Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sandra. 我是 Sandra。大家好，你们好吗？ I hope the answer is 很好。I hope you are having a good Monday. And last but not least, of course, 欢迎。Welcome to Community Mandarin. We're still doing the room-to-room things this Monday. For the last couple of weeks, we've been learning how to say your house, your apartment, and then your respective rooms in your house or apartment, wherever you live. And then I think we've covered about two rooms. We've covered living room, 客厅, and we've covered bedroom, 卧室. And today, let's move on to another room. And we're going to, of course, learn some essential furniture in there, how to say them in Mandarin. This room we're talking about, I don't know that it's not essential. I would say it's not crucial, because I know some people have it in the kitchen, some people have it blending in the living room. When I was living in Shanghai, I used to have this tiny apartment. Literally, it is. I use my coffee table as my dining room furniture. So that's right. Today we're going to be talking about dining room. Whether you have one or not, you might have dining room furnitures. Okay, so let's get into it. So first of all, if you have a dining room, you have a dining hall in your house or apartment, this is the word you want to be learning. 请跟我读餐厅 餐厅 So 餐 is the formal way to say eat. So basically to dine. To dine. Okay, my English is okay. And 厅 as we learned from 客厅 means a hall. So 餐厅 is literally dining room or dining hall. And if some of you guys are wondering, okay, where did I hear that from? That sounds awfully familiar. Then you were not wrong, because 餐厅 can also mean something else. And we talked about it when we were talking about different places to go. So 餐厅 is also this, a restaurant. Any kind of restaurant. Anyway, any kind of restaurant can be called a 餐厅. So basically, 餐厅 is this hall that you eat in, you dine in, whether it is in your house, in your apartment, or it is somewhere else outside, a public facility for you to eat. So we have the same Chinese word. We have the same Mandarin word for both situations. Your dining room is a 餐厅. A restaurant around the corner, it's a 餐厅 as well. Okay. And next up, since we're talking about 餐厅, let's talk about one of the, I think, the very essential furnitures. It doesn't have to be in your 餐厅, but I assure you, every family has some. These three words are the words we're going to be learning today. And then, yeah, these three words, first let's read along, of course. 请跟我读. The first one, 桌子 桌子. The next one, 椅子椅子. The last one, 凳子凳子. These three words all end with 子, which is pronounced as a neutral tone. So if you learn Mandarin for a while, you probably would know there are a lot of Mandarin nouns end with 子. So on the top of my head, how do we call son? 儿子, right? And then how do we call your cute little bunny? 兔子. And how do we call monkey? 猴子. So it's kind of like if you're learning English, you see T-I-O-N, you know it's probably none. And if you're learning Mandarin, if you see something with something plus 子, pronounced as neutral tone, chances are it's a noun. It's a noun. So, okay. So we have 桌子, 椅子, 凳子. Can you guess what they are? They are the things that I would say are very essential to any sitting situation or any dining situation. Let's take a look. There you go. 桌子 is your table, and 椅子 is your chair. Then some of you might ask, what is 凳子? What is 凳子? I have another picture to show you. In this picture, we still have 桌子, and then instead of 椅子, we have 凳子. I can think of two respective similar words to translate to 椅子 and 凳子, and it will give you a little rough idea about the differences between the two. 椅子 is more like a chair, whereas 凳子 is more like a stool. But I would say the biggest difference in Mandarin, like how we use them, how we differentiate them, is 椅子 is a chair that you have a back, whereas 凳子 is a stool where you don't have a back. You don't have a back. So back, 椅子, no back, 凳子. That's how Chinese people differentiate these two. All right, of course, now that we know that we have a measure word for basically every object, every noun in Mandarin world, so every time we learn a new word, which is noun, that we're going to learn its measure word. Okay, so for 桌子, we use the measure word. You might still remember it. 张. 张 is what we learned last time when we were talking about the measure word for 床, for bed. We say 张 is usually used to describe a sheet-like object, So 桌子, similar to 床, they both have a wide spreading surface that's almost like a sheet-like. So for 桌子, we use the measure word 张. If you want to say one table, you cannot say 一桌子. That's not right. You say 一张桌子. 一张桌子. Okay, next one, 椅子. Now we're going to introduce you a new measure word. It is pronounced 请跟我读把. It is the third sound, just in case my material is like too small for you to read. 把 is a common measure word for tools and utensils. So if you want to say, we have 4 chairs usually in my dining hall, we would say 4把椅子. 4把椅子. And next up, 凳子. 凳子 is one of the kind of more complicated one because depending on its shape, its structure, and depending on different dialects, we would have different measure words for 凳子. The first one, of course, if it's a big one, have a sheet-like surface, we can always use the measure word 张. And next one, let's see the second one, 条. 条, if anybody still remembers, 条 is the measure word for long, stripy stuff, right? So if a 凳子 is looking like, let me show you, like this, then it's a very long, stripy 凳子. You can use the measure word 条. And of course, if you're not sure, you can always go with 个, which is rarely wrong. Okay. And next up, since we've learned 桌子, table, 椅子, chair, and 凳子, now let's do a little bit practice. So these are the 3 words you want to remember from today's community Mandarin, because they're pretty common, aren't they? First one, let's look at this picture. What if I want to describe what's happening in this picture? What do we say? We say 这个餐厅里 inside 有一张桌子和2把椅子. First, when we are trying to count the objects in the picture, of course, we always use our measure word with our nouns. So, 一张桌子, one table, 和 and 2把椅子. So, of course, you've learned your numbers. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really smooth, and then that's a piece of cake to you guys, right? But always remember, when we're talking about how many of some object, we do not use the usual way we call two. We do not say 二, we say 两 instead. So 2 chairs, 2把椅子 is the correct way to say it. 2把椅子. It's not. Okay, so over here, basically there are 2 grammar points that you need to pay attention. The first one is 礼. 礼, we've learned it about a month ago. I can't remember which specific community Mandarin session, but if you're interested to learn like how to say inside, outside, above, below, definitely go back to our YouTube channel and try to find that one. So, but today we're just gonna quickly talk about 礼. 礼 means inside, in. But instead of like in the English way, we'll put it like in something in front of your place. In Mandarin, we put it behind your place. So 这个餐厅, this dining hall, 里 in, excuse me. 抱歉. Okay, let's go back. Next one. We have a different dining hall. Allow me a moment to 喝水 because I don't want to be coughing up storm on live. There we go. 喝水. We have a different 餐厅. Okay, so how about this dining hall? 这个餐厅里有 how many? Of course, at first we have 一张桌子. And next we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4把椅子. And last but not least, we have 1 long stripy stool 和一条凳子. 一条凳子. There you go. Yeah, I specifically picked that picture so that we can practice everything. So that's all for today, guys. And thanks for tuning in today. Basically, we've learned 3 words. And then if you remember those 3, then that's good. So, okay. Next time we'll be talking about another room. Of course, we have a bunch of rooms still yet to be talked about. And if you're interested, please tune in this Thursday. And of course, as always, don't forget to visit Rolla's website as well as our YouTube channel. And if you want to go back to watch previous community Mandarins, and we also have community French, we also have Spanish and then children's French. If you are interested in any of those mentioned above, go to our YouTube channel and then find what you like and then watch away. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. I was gonna say next Monday, but I now realized no, that is not true. Okay, so bye.